Good morning. Hello there. Hi, everyone. I'm Susan from For Modern Mothers, Hypnobirthing and Birth Preparation. And I just wanted to pop on this morning to just share another positive birth story with you. So I did this last week, and I shared a really nice dad's birth story, which was really great to hear a birth partner's point of view, and how their labour and birth journey had taken, and what the birth partner thought of that, and how they found the hypnobirthing techniques so brilliant and so amazing. And it's always really good to hear, and really empowering to hear other people's birth stories, positive birth stories, when you're pregnant, when you've been doing preparation for your birth, or you've been doing hypnobirthing. Just helps to fill and reinforce your brain with positivity, and knowing that other people have used these techniques and that they work, and that you can gather so much strength from them, and helps you really get the feel-good hormones going, get the oxytocin going, and just helps you really fill your subconscious with lots of positivity about all things to do with birth and pregnancy, labour, motherhood, all of that great stuff. So what I'm going to do today is I've got another birth story, and this is a twist and turns birth story. So it's also really important to know that although we can do so much brilliant preparation, and we can practice our relaxations, feel really confident about the birth, we can have released all the fears, do all those brilliant things that we learn about how the body is working in labour and how it's designed to work. And we can know all this information and start to feel really positive and empowered and looking forward to our birth, and we can make our preferences, and we can think about what might happen and what we might do. That we can't control everything. We can't control exactly how our body will work. We can't control how we will feel in that moment. We can't control at all what our baby will actually do. And so it's important to know that the birth, the labour journey, the pregnancy journey can take lots of twists and turns, and that path we can't prepare and fix and have a plan, and that will be our birth and what will happen. It doesn't sadly work like that. We can stack all the odds in our favour, and we can feel with all the techniques that we learn in hypnobirthing that whatever happens, we have choices, and we absolutely do. And that we can do other things and try other things, but it's important that you know what those choices are, and so that you feel when you make those choices it's still a really positive experience. So this birth story is a bit of a twist and turns birth story, but it's still a really positive story, and these are really, really interesting to hear too. So this is Anna's story. And this is just a really good example of when birth unfolds in an unpredictable way, and how you can choose to feel calm and empowered and in charge. So Anna's journey, here we go. So my baby's journey into the big wide world started when I was taken into the delivery room with two lovely midwives who read my birth preferences and said they would do all they could to help me achieve them. So my ward was released on Friday morning at 4:25 a.m. and then the surges began pretty quickly. They grew in intensity over the next 4 hours, and I used a TENS machine and my up breathing, which worked brilliantly. Helped me stay in control and really enjoy the experience, as I knew each surge took me one step closer to meeting my babies. Unfortunately, I didn't dilate, and so I was offered a hormone drip, which I politely declined, and we were able to go on for another 4 hours in the belief that the babies, Anna's having twins, just needed a little more time. Then, when I still hadn't dilated, I agreed to go on the hormone drip, on the syntocinon. The surges started to come thick and fast. I continued using the TENS machine and the hypnobirthing breathing techniques, along with the beanbag and the birth ball, and some active birth on all fours, different positions, all of which helped me to relax and go into my birthing zone. I have to mention here that there was no offer of pain relief, as I'd made it clear in my birth preferences, and I greatly appreciated this because I felt that my care providers really had a faith in my ability to birth, and that's so important. I used really deep noises as the surges peaked that I didn't expect to do, but it helped massively, as well as counting how many breaths I needed to get me through each surge. So counting, using that during the breathing, some people find really beneficial. This was my saving grace because I knew roughly how long each surge would last, although some were a lot longer or a lot shorter. My partner had come along to the classes with me, of course, and he was absolutely brilliant, giving me drinks, space, or comfort when I needed them. And when the surges got really intense, actually the best pain relief was holding on to him. It must have been the oxytocin. Anyway, after 16 hours, I still hadn't dilated, and I had a temperature. So the doctor, who was brilliant, as he stopped talking to me when another surge appeared, suggested increasing the hormone drip. This was a really hard decision because it wasn't something that I wanted. Along with saying yes, I knew that I would need an epidural. Now, this wasn't actually suggested to me. I felt in total control. However, I knew that using the brain, the benefits, risks, alternatives, intuition, do nothing. So using the brain, brilliant process, that the benefits outweighed the risks. And the fact I've been birthing for so long with so little effect meant that if I did nothing, it could be an extremely long process, and this could really tire us all out. So I asked for an epidural. So she asked for it. So that's, again, really positive. To help numb the intensity of the surges from the increase in the hormone drip. This is where it gets interesting, and I believe it was all meant to be. Firstly, because of the TENS machine and the up-breathing techniques, I didn't feel the epidural actually go in. And secondly, it meant I could have a break from the intensity. So, most significantly, an hour after having the epidural, I was told that twin number two's heart rate was worrying and it would be beneficial to deliver the babies as soon as possible. But again, my care providers left it to me to deduce that they meant a cesarean birth, allowing me to feel that I was the one in control and not them. So after 20 hours of labour, during which I've been able to use all of my well-practiced techniques, from hypnobirthing, the breathing, the visualizations, the relaxation, the positive holding and touching of my partner, I was taken to theatre where my beautiful babies were born. And do you know what? It was such an amazing, calm, relaxed, light-hearted atmosphere. Everyone was so lovely, informative, respectful. And again, because I knew that my birth could take any twist or turn, I had so many tools and techniques in my toolbox from the hypnobirthing course, and my partner and I were really able to embrace whatever avenue our baby's birth took. I can honestly say it was one of the best days of my life. Yes, it was intense. Yes, it was challenging. I had to dig really deep, and it was long. Yes, unfortunately, I wasn't able to have everything my birth preferences or my plan A had on there. However, I felt empowered. I felt strong, confident, positive, and calm throughout the whole process. The breathing techniques, the visualizations, the positive affirmations, and the confidence skills I developed from the hypnobirthing classes, no doubt, helped me to enjoy the birth of our babies. Despite not having them naturally, they were born happy and calm into a quiet atmosphere, which is what I really wanted. And I felt like I truly changed that day, not only becoming a mother, but also because it was the first time I truly committed to something that no one around me had done before, where I really believed in something and I succeeded. I'm incredibly proud of myself, and I can use the skill set I now have to take me into motherhood. Thank you for all your positivity and support, and I truly feel we couldn't have done it without you. So a really beautiful story, a really positive story, not the story that Anna had planned or her plan A, but she looked at other preferences, other plans, plan B, C, D, and she'd use the brain, the benefits, risks, alternatives, the intuition, do nothing. She made her choices based on information, and she felt that the medical team and everyone around her really supported that. So a really positive story, and birth can be like that. We can't all have this birth that we imagine, this perfect thing that happens so smoothly, because babies might have other ideas, our bodies might have other ideas. We don't know, we can't plan that, but we can still have all the techniques, feel really positive about it, and make the experience of birthing your baby, of becoming a mother, becoming a family, really positive. If we have all that information, that we can work from a place of knowledge and positivity and not fear. And that's really important. So thank you for listening. I hope you found that birth story beneficial. It's a really lovely one, and even though it's not maybe what you expect to hear, it's still a beautiful, positive story. So thank you so much. And if you want more information about the hypnobirthing courses, head to the website formodernmothers.com. There's also loads more videos now, and I'm uploading more each week on my YouTube channel, which is formodernmothers.video. So head over there too for some more videos. I'm adding more all the time. So subscribe and you'll get a new video each week. Thank you, and have a lovely rest of your day. See you soon. Bye.